Hey guys, this is Sean with Vital MX. We are at Fox Raceway today. We're riding the 2019 KTM 450 SXF Factory Edition. So in the engine, there's a brass bushing in the connecting rod, which is lighter and it's supposed to reduce friction. The intake and exhaust rocker arms are lighter as well. And there's a CP piston, which is also lighter, all to reduce inertia and rotating mass inside the engine. One of the big changes is the triple clamps, and these are similar to an X-Trig design where they're split, the top and bottom. There's quite a bit of the clamp that's actually CNC'd out. Also, there's new DID Dirt Star wheels that are like a matte black with orange nipples and orange hubs. Comes with a semi-floating front brake for better braking performance. So two things are new in the suspension department. Basically, there are some updates to the internals of the fork and the shock, but also this year they've decided, KTM across the board with their WP suspension, is rename all the different kinds of suspension. So for the SX and XC models, they get what they're calling a WP Exact fork. This fork also has new caps that makes it easier to bleed the fork and to adjust the air.
Hi everybody, Chris Siebenar here with Vital MX and doing the first ride impression of the Factory Edition. One of the things that was really nice to the suspension, some of the updates, was it held up really well, whether you over jumped something or you came up short. Even just going through regular, the suspension overall reacted very nice. It got a little bit soft on a couple of the sections when you may jump into a set of rollers. If you didn't time it right, that last little bit of travel kind of hung the bike up a little bit. The shock had great traction as well. There's a little bit of kicking around towards the end of the day as the track got really rough. We ended up slowing down the high-speed compression to alleviate that a little bit. The engine was really free-revving compared to some of the other bikes or the other years that they've had. It was really nice going through bigger braking bumps towards the end of the day. We could kind of blip the throttle as you're going through and start freeing the bike up, bouncing through them a little bit. Marvin Muskin's number on the bike, I was trying to channel the inner Marvin and hop through those braking bumps like he did, but I don't think I had the same speed or success. The triple clamps are gorgeous pieces of aluminum. There's a lot, I won't say there's a lot of flex into them, but from other billet triple clamps that I've ridden with in the past, which can give a harsh feel to the front end, this didn't force the front end to do anything that you didn't want to. It did allow the front end to track through a lot of the ruts. Here today, there's a lot of ruts. The bike doesn't feel like a 450. Like what a lot of the other bikes, once they get in the air, you kind of get this real, lethargic, or you almost have to plan what your mid jump is going to be or your takeoff is going to be. In the KTM, you don't really need to do that. You could literally just change directions. You could throw the bike around. Slight downside to some of that light feeling is, again, when you get to some of that chop, the bike will dance around a little bit.
So I rode the vet track here at Fox Raceway, and at my vet speed, I definitely don't use this bike to its full potential. But what I did notice coming from the standard model to the Factory Edition, the standard model I had a little bit trouble turning the bike. Still, this bike isn't my favorite bike in the handling department, but with the new triple clamps, I felt more front end comfort. I felt a little more flex up there. It was easier for me to get into the rut and stay in the rut the way I wanted it to. Another thing was, before, sometimes on the standard KTM, leaving it in third gear for the whole track, being super lazy, sometimes it would fall on its face just a little bit when you were coming in a tight turn. And I feel like with the lighter revving of this engine, it revs straight into the meat of the power, right out of corner, way faster than previous models. Thanks for watching, and check out more videos on Vital MX.